Hi, I'm Angel. I would like to introduce four of my poems to you. They were written in 2014 when I was in exile from the Isle of Skye in Scotland. I wasn't allowed to be in the UK, so I was in Portland, Oregon. And the reading room on Skye was having a competition. And the theme was on dough. So three of my poems are about bread dough, and one poem is about money. The first poem will be called Dragon Lady, and it is about a real person who did die, but she didn't die like this. The second poem is about Maud de Braose, who was a Welsh heroine in the 1200s during the time of King John. The third poem is about a bagel, and we'll just say that it was a real bagel. And the fourth poem is called Ways and Means, and it's about two homeless men. Thank you for showing up, and I hope you have the stamina to listen to these. Dragon Lady. She lies dead on the floor. The inventory around her seems relevant: shrunken heads, tribal masks, shields, paraphernalia that reek of rancid butter, animal skins, and sweat, batiks smelling of swamp mud, beads pigmented with earth hues and blood. Garments sewn by us workers upstairs are steeped with her 3 packs a day. All of these embellish the spectacle that lay, felled gracelessly by a worthier despot. Another effusion seeps like the rising of a question, though, for now, attention cleaves to the verdict. Weighted by tarnished silver and turquoise, Dragon Lady has met the hunter. Primitive Afghan Kuchi cuffs, choker and belly belt, anchors attached to her corpse, ensure it stays down. No mourning on faces of employees hovering over remains on the ground, like survivors of the Holocaust who, at news of freedom, moved like zombies with the shock. No mourning, though it might be proper to assume courteous regret with husband present, and us still on the clock. Yet, standing like this for many minutes, no one is compelled to move. Husband scratches his head. What to do with the ripening carcass? The elusive scent crescendos, pervades the room steadily, redolent of what? Oh yes, newborn's poo, oven warm and yeasty, gracing death with evocations of birth and sweet rising loaves. My God, Catalina breathes. She's evacuated. I can't help myself. Ecstatic, beyond control, I begin to sing to the amazement of all the "Oh, rapturous glory" Munchkin's freedom song. Ding dong, the witch is dead. All eyes move dumbly beyond dazed toward me, and I leave the room, but in glee re-enter with a leap. She's gone where the goblins go, below, 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 yo-ho. Glenda, the hoary crone's assistant for 20 long, dreadful years of youth, towers over the crowd, 6'3", a glint in her eye. I know she will die of mirth if I don't get out of here. With a wink, I exit that door for the last time to celebrate my freedom with drink and bad rhyme. The Legend of Maud de Braose. A lull in the fighting, or had they gone? Filthy Welsh, she thought at dawn, relieving her head of the helmet she wore with the courage of all men she'd slain. Witch, they called her, or bitch for short. Nothing less than a sorceress could manage a sword like her husband, she swore, would be back for his wine and his food to roar. This carnage is a stinking mess, and couldn't you put on a dress? Ogre of Abergavenny, her Lord Baron of England's King John, had watched the monarch choke the life from Arthur, heir to the throne. His coffers fattened, his power thrived, while the secret and private survived. De Braose was second only to one if he kept his silence, but blew it, telling Maud, his vixen wife, his love, what his vile liege had done. Thus Circe raised her cup to decree a chill on the house of de Braose. A hostage was needed in deals with the king, for trust was not his style. But William Jr. was too fair a prize for mother to lose her child. She swore to kingsmen too loud, too clear. What? I'll trust mon fils to a king who killed his heir? Ah, Maud, too late to cry remorse. John's queen refused your fine gift cows for your impromptu faux pas de Braose. The baron took French leave of King John's wrath. Fear ferried Maud and William to Irish shores. En route to Scotland, Circe's cup poured forth binding chains and kingsmen wild with scorn for the warrior woman and her firstborn. Corfe Castle, Junjun, was the final stake. The king struck to the pair. Hollow bellies, shrunken flesh. Maud watched her darling perish. She held him close to breast and heart, and though they say she ate him, the first bite was not for food, but love, to assimilate and transmute him. She chewed his cheek with failing thought like bread pudding, my dulcet fawn, my pride, buried tears into his hair with one farewell and shattered sigh. She swallowed as she died. Bagel, or life is too short to take without salt. She wraps her hands around me, midriff gives to pressure, spreads. Her intention triumphs over passivity. I am rolled over, and here comes the part I dread. Honoring judo principles, my path is clear. Her aggressive moves are met by thin air. I am not there, but here, where energy flows. Infused with chi, my life force energized, she covers me as babe in crib, leaving me to contemplate love ions and my existential essence. If I am freshly made, where does my facticity begin? And where will my becoming end? Can self-denial be circumvented then? And can I resist being devoured by angst in a life where nothingness consumes the beginning and end of a very brief existence? With a few more minutes until my bath, I'm on to matters more consequential. What do people like on their bagels? Hummus and jalapeno? Avocado and red onion? Ale chutney atop grilled kid tire, sharp cheddar? The way is set for me. I follow my path with no resistance. One thing, though, that I won't tolerate. There'll be no nammy-pammy cream cheese for me when I hit the plate. And ways and means. In answer to, how are things today? It goes, is all they say beneath Spanish sombreros, bulging bags, unwieldy piles rattling in carts through town. One tiny pauper hobbles on pretzel stick legs that end in rag-stuffed dress shoes. He haggles furtive, lynx-eyed, scattering swear words like cottonwood fluff. Juan is the other diminutive man, relentless bite of fight in him, pugilistic dickering, spatting over aluminum cans. Who will pay for the drink tonight? Que van a comprar the fried chicken fingers? The language they speak is the toll of a California mission bell, dark-timbred, graveled, the cadence chink of a censer chanting sweet woodsy frankincense and calming myrrh, sanctifying scent and prayers to heaven, pierced by urine-stained cloth, old sweat, and body oil. There is nothing of Hispanic languor, the lilt and slide of sensual hip glides, joyous grace through provocative dips. Silken form is relinquished to percussive discord. They sidle out of the way beyond tricksters and covetous gentry like me, evade the dim light, grunt, and lift the carts across the road into their world of doorways and fraternal solitude. Thank you.